everyone, we are from Group 3. Group 3 consists of me, Annisa Nurul Azzmi, Hilda Sry Kartika, Lutpiani, Oktaviani Nursoffy, and Syilvia Arini Permatasari. We want to explain the material about thematic progression. Topic of content are thematic structure and information structure, thematic progression chain, peripheral themes, and expectation on thematic progression. Hello, my name is Annisa Nurul Azzmi and my student's number is 1921222071. I would like to explain about thematic structure and information structure. Thematic structure is reflected in the word order of the clauses. Information structure is not realized by the sequence of elements in the clause, as the focal point of information may appear at any point of the clause. Information structure is composed of two functions, given and new. Given refers to information which is presented as recoverable either in the context of the situation or in the surrounding text. New refers to something that is presented as non-recoverable in that it has not been mentioned before or it is unexpected or surprising or in contrast to previous information and or expectation. According to Halliday, the relationship of the textual metafunction of thematic structure and information structure is that while both are speaker-selected, theme rhyme is speaker-oriented in that it is what speaker decides to take as the point of departure of the message, while given new is listener-oriented in that it is presented as what listeners already know or have at their disposal at any given point in the discourse. In other words, given new is a discourse feature, while theme rhyme is not, because given new or information structure the item in such a way as to relate it to the presenting discourse, while thematization structure in it a way that is independent of what has gone before. Alright, I think that's all from me. The next topic will be presented by my friends. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lutpiani. My student's number is 192122042. I will explain about thematic progression. Thematic progression is the way in which the theme of the clause can be retrieved or repeated from the meaning of previous theme or rhyme. Again, state that thematic progression is the process of determining the theme in each clause has to follow. Thematic progression is necessary in making coherent text and structured grammar. According to Dance, there are three types of thematic progression. First, simple linear progression. Second, constant continuous theme. And the last is theme progression with derived theme. Simple linear progression or zigzag pattern, where the rhyme of the first clause becomes the theme of the second clause, and so on. For example, communication is a process of transmitting a message. The message can be delivered through oral or written expression. Through writing, people can communicate without limitation of distance. Next is constant continuous theme. Shows up the theme of the first clause becomes the theme of the next clause. For example, Lake Vostok is about 4 kilometers under a large area of ice in Antarctica. Lake Vostok is prehistoric, but until 1956, no one even knew it exists. It is a freshwater lake and it has been hidden from sunlight for 15 million years. And the last is theme progression with derived theme. Highlights the one general theme from which other themes are derived. The particular themes are derived from hypertheme of a paragraph or the other text section. The topics of each sentence are individually different, but all derived from the sum overriding theme. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Oktaviani Nursoffy, and I will explain about the first method of analysis, the thematic progression chains. All of the clause themes were analyzed to determine how they related, if indeed they did so, to the previous discourse, whether to a previous rhyme or a previous theme. This was determined on the basis of the presence of cohesive devices such as exact lexical repetition, synonyms, pronouns, substitution, and ellipses, which can be expanded to include a paraphrase and semantic inference, and relationship involving antonymy and hyponymy. There are more examples in the corpus that cause problems in determining whether the theme or the clause forms part of a thematic progression chain or not. In the example below, the theme in clause 80 is especially problematic. At first glance, it is tempting to analyze the forms as referring to the forms of state religion. However, if we look at the clauses subsequent to that, clause 81 and 82, it would seem more likely that the author is referring to political forms rather than to religious ones, making this theme a summative expression based on a number of previous clauses which discuss Augustus' political activities and how he maintained at least the forms of the political structure. Thank you for the attention. That's all from me. The next material will be delivered by my friends.
My name is Hilda Sry Kartika. My student's number is 1921222061. In here, I would like to explain about peripheral themes. These types of themes are somewhat similar to discourse theme in Barry's 1995-18 term, as they are a purity set of types of meaning that reflects his or her underlying concern for the duration of the text or large section of text. Here, these repeated themes have been labeled key themes. Example of this can be seen in both English 1 and Spanish 1, both texts on the study of history. History becomes key theme in this text as it is constantly repeated as theme throughout both chapters. First, type of pragmatic theme, which was not analyzed as forming part of a chain, involves motive expression. These are very similar to what France's 1994-85 term retrospective labels, which serve to encapsulate or package a stretch of discourse. And another type of retrospective theme is that which refers to an entire previous clause rather than only to a previous theme or rhyme. This type of pragmatic theme is one which is labeled back. For example, theme of clause 40 bad weather and the theme of clause 41 for harvest. Bad weather was mentioned in the previous paragraph in the clause 30. For harvest were also mentioned a number of times in the previous paragraph. I find as a reader that these two themes divert the reader's attention away from social consequences, the topic of this section, back to the previous paragraph, and this slow text processing. Peripheral themes divided into 4 categories: pragmatic, grammatical, extralinguistic, and metatextual. These two types can be best explained through example. These two types are similar in that they serve to throw the attention of the reader into the subject appearing in the rhyme of the clause. They do not function to link back to something previous in the text. Therefore, their function is much more local to the clause. Is extralinguistic. This includes we and two instances of the imperative, image, and recordance. These are taken as given specifically institutionally epoch. In Prince 1979-1981 terms, and once again they are analyzed outside the thematic progression chains, but they do not hinder text procession. Last is metatextual. These are themes which refers to the text itself. Unlike the textual theme, the reference is encoded as prepositional phrase, a clause, or as a nominal group, and often refers to the other parts of the text, as well as to the author purpose.
Hello everyone, my name is Syilvia Arini Permatasari and my students numbers is 1921222039. I would like to presenting about the fifth material, and the fifth material is about explanation on thematic progression. So let's go to the material. 1. The simple linear thematic pattern would want to predominate in history textbook corpus, given the asymmetrical writer or reader relationship. 2. Theme patterns are predicated to occur as well, but in lower frequency than simple linear patterns given the pedagogical nature of text, which would call for a good amount of explanation. 3. Hold over the other patterns. Split theme and rhyme as well. A split theme is seen to be a thematic development similar to constant theme, while split rhyme can be classified as rhymatic simple linear. 4. Authors will also repeat key themes throughout their texts. 5. Rel and new themes will be kept to a minimum. 6. To appear in theme position with a relative amount of frequency, given that these are very helpful in summarizing a stretch of text and linking it to a new stretch.
Alright, I think that's all from us. Thank you for watching.